Welcome once again to the Treasureland School of Cookery, an online school of cookery where we give you the basics as you prepare to delve into the kitchen and whipping meals that will not only be exciting but inviting, alluring, and also nutritious. My name is Jeffrey, and welcome on board. Our topic today is what makes a meal? What makes a meal? So to keep it simple, a meal is made up of three different components of food groups, as we usually call them: proteins, grain or starch, and produce or vegetables. So all these different food groups have great health benefits on their own. Protein is a great source of energy, it's satiating, and also helps to build and rebuild muscles. On the other side, grains are the main source of fuel for our bodies and the brain. Vegetables and fruits are full of fiber and are important for the eventual uh, development of our bodies. On the other hand, we have vitamins and minerals. When each component is combined together in a meal, the nutritious benefits increase even more. An easy way to make sure that you are getting a protein, grain, and produce item in each meal is to use the plate method. Mentally, like when you visit the catering institutions, you realize that plates look flowery. Plates are divided into three sections. We use the 9 o'clock to present food on the plates. Your plate needs to look like the 9 o'clock, such that the item on the top is the vegetable. The item on the left, on the right, is the starch, and the item just below is your protein dish. So using this method, it can help you achieve balance. It can also help you achieve variety. It can also help you achieve nutrition with each and every meal that you produce. With each and every meal that you produce. That will be very, very important for you as you do your food. Now, protein is a major component of meats, poultry, fish, eggs, milk, and milk produce. It is present in small amounts in nuts, beans, and grains. Now, as proteins are heated, they become firm or coagulate. As the temperatures increase, they shrink, they become firmer, and lose more moisture. Exposure of proteins to excessive heat toughens them and makes them dry. Most proteins complete coagulation or worked at temperatures of between 71 degrees to 85 degrees. There are those connective tissues that are special to proteins are also present in meat. Meats with a great deal of connective tissues are tough, but some connective tissues are dissolved when cooking slowly. Like the shin of beef, if you want it to taste good, the best way is to braise it. The best way is to braise it. Cook it in moisture over slow heat for quite a long period of time. For example, of meat that is cooked this way is ossobuco. Ossobuco. You can only cook this meat and enjoy it when you allow for patience and you allow it cook in the liquid for quite some times. Now, there is this item we call carbohydrates, so we call them starch. Uh, they fall under two items fall under this class: starches and sugars. And both of these compounds are present in foods in many different forms. They are found in fruits, vegetables, grains, beans, nuts, meats, and fish. also contain some amount of carbohydrates. So it is very wrong to rule out meats and say they only have proteins. Hallelujah. Fruits and vegetable fiber. Fiber is the name of a group of complex substances that give structure and firmness to plants. You've eaten fruits like mangoes, and when you are eating the seed part, you realize there are things like fibers or strings that remain. That is very important, especially helpful even for our digestion. So the softening of fruits and vegetables is common when this part of the fiber is broken down. And what makes these fibers firm in mostly the fruits is the sugar in them, in the fruits. So when fruit is cooked with sugar, it keeps its shape better, and the fruit compared to the fruit cooked without sugar. Baking soda, on the other hand, magadi, it makes the fibers of the vegetables soft. However, vegetables should not be cooked with baking soda because they become mushy and lose vitamins. Then we talk about fats. Fats, we say they are present in meats, poultry, fish, eggs, milk, and milk products, nuts, whole grains. And to a lesser extent, there are vegetables that have fats and even fruits. Fats are important as cooking mediums, as for frying. Fats can either be solid or liquid at room temperature. Liquid fats are called oils. Melting points of solid fats vary. So when fats are heated, they begin to break down. When hot enough, they break down rapidly and begin to smoke. The temperature at which this happens is called the smoking point, and it varies for different fats. A stable fat, one with a high smoke point, is an important consideration in deep fat frying. Then in this meal, we're also talking about vitamins, minerals, pigments, and flavor components. Minerals and vitamins are important to the nutritional quality of the food. Pigments and flavor components are important to a food's appearance and taste, and may determine whether the food is appetizing enough to eat. So it is important to preserve all these elements when doing your preparation of your meal. Ensure that this meal comes out wholesome. It is not only nutritious, but its appearance and taste are equally good. So all of these components may be dissolved away from foods during cooking. So there are key elements that have to be observed, and this will be key when we shall be doing our practical cookery, so that you are able to experience and appreciate as to why given items are cooked the way they are cooked, and different considerations are given to them. So vitamins and it is important then to select cooking methods that preserve as much as possible all the nutritional values, the appearance of the food, that make the food taste good, because these considerations is what brings out our cooking techniques. And this is what makes our foods and our items, when they are put on the plate, to be appreciated. To be appreciated. So just don't wake up and say I'm preparing one item and you don't know the proper methods of preparing. Kindly take time and consider what meal you want to prepare, for what reason, and for what purpose, and when is it being served, so that you are able to preserve the nutritional content. And also, as you present it, it will not only be appealing, but it will have that natural taste. For today, that was our topic. Thank you. Continue liking this page, continue subscribing, sharing, and inform your friends. There's a place you can learn simple ways of how to cook and become a pro in your own area by your own self. Thank you, and bye-bye.